So, I wanted to make a quick video as I log in for the day about just office work is fucking dead, bro. That shit is for the birds. And the birds are not going back to the fucking nest. One fucking bit. In a meeting yesterday, coworker mentions how he's back in the office. He came into the office. He's like, hey, I'm in the office today. And yeah, man, I almost got to put on headphones because there's just so much noise and distraction. It makes me think, how did we even ever get any work done? And I was like, exactly. The amount of distractions that were had beforehand. Sorry, I just got, I thought I had a meeting or something. The amount of distractions that were prevalent or in your work environments were numerous, right? There's always something, you know, of course, like even your office romance or sorts. Your office romance and anything else that went on at the water cooler. Oh, this person did this. We got to rush to this meeting. Somebody just calls you into a meeting out of nowhere just because. And, you know, wasting your fucking time for the most part and not even understanding that, hey, I have something to do and I don't need you to fucking bother me every 2 seconds about, you know, some other shit that's going on or shit. Even just the pale white girl with a fat ass. That, man, there was one chick at one of my jobs, man. Jesus. Every time she walked by, I had to get up. Jesus. That was so damn fat. But, you know, things like that, right? You're just not distracted anymore because you're just at home. I mean, what? Working right alongside your dogs that are snoring at the most, you know? Maybe outside noises, maybe packages showing up. You can work later because the things that you didn't need, something that was in the office or whatever, or what have you, it was just there and you just worked and do what you had to do and you can get to everything. So all that office shit, man, is really just fucking dead. You know, I understand a lot of companies are trying to bring people back into the office, but people are starting to see, and this brings it to another story, people are starting to see where it's just like, yo, I can just do as much work, if not the same amount of work. I can do as much work, if not more work, just staying at home, and I don't have to go anywhere. I don't have to waste time in a fucking commute. You know, what's it called? Work. Like, say, for instance, if I worked in, like, Baltimore, man, and, like, how, or Maryland, and how that bridge went down. I think it's the Francis Key Bridge or something like that. I think FKB is what they call it locally. But the Francis Key Bridge being down, yo, I've heard that shit has added fucking time to people's commutes like crazy. Because they have to go all the way around, especially for heavier trucks. And then 2, now everything is fucking jammed. All these different tunnels and all these other access roadways, so on and so forth. So traffic is not flowing like it used to, so on and so forth. And people are complaining to the point where it's just like, yo, why would I drive into the office unless I really need something? But why would I drive into the office just so I can deal with fucking traffic and be pissed off? And then, you know, waste time and still be late anyways to a fucking meeting and not even be relaxed or not even be late because I woke up late. It's just late because I woke up early and still had to deal with a shit ton fuckload of traffic. So it's like little things like that, man, where people are just looking at this shit and they're like, no, this is not it, bro. This is no longer it. And it hasn't been it for a while. So another story is talking with my glass guy because I'm getting some stuff, of course, done with the pond room. I mean, the amount of fucking money I paid for this damn glass the other day is ridiculous, but not ridiculous. I mean, I knew the price, but it's just like, I could have got a lot done in the house with that, but I'm trying to focus on mostly outside of the home right now. So I need to get this room closed in and maybe turn it into an office and then get the house remodeled after. I think the house remodeling I might be able to do next year from the looks of it. But when you see like what's being seen, I asked the guy, I was like, yo, how's business going? He's like, man, it's actually skyrocketed. What we're seeing is a lot of these younger folks like myself or a little bit younger than him. So like early 30s, early to mid 30s, basically. And this guy wasn't that old. He's probably maybe 40, you know, if not the same age. So he was like, yeah, man, we're seeing a lot of younger kids are coming in with you know, previous money from or family money, and some are just, you know, from a bigger city area and stuff like that, coming in and getting a shit ton of work done to some of these older houses, these rural homes, just like I'm getting done. And, you know, they're making a nicer place for themselves, glass, you know, roof, you know, roof to ceiling and all, or what's it called, floor to ceiling and all this other stuff, and large glass panes and doors and windows, all types of stuff, right? And they're getting all this stuff done. And he's like, yeah, man, I've gotten a lot of business from that. Which means to me, and I already know what it is because, or I know what it could be because this is what I did, is that you're moving from a bigger city area and you're coming from out of town and you want certain things to be done a certain way. And also, it's just so much cheaper. Like, you don't have to pay a lot of fucking money to get this shit done in comparison, or you have a lot more disposable income because you're paying so much less in housing costs and what have you. The only problem is, you know, if you lose your job or anything like that, like, you have to get another remote job because there aren't jobs comparable in terms of pay and opportunity out here, which is why the houses are so cheap, because the opportunity and cost of living is lower here, because the cost of living has to be lower in this area because people can't afford to pay more, you know? So even if you're told or made to pay more, it's just like, bro, I can't give you what I don't got. And that's kind of what you're going in on. So people coming from out of town with out of town pay and everything else like that, they're winning. It's kind of like moving to another country where your dollar is stronger. So yes, your same American dollar, even though it's $1 everywhere, it's still worth more because your salary is higher. So a lot of that in-office shit is just dead because people don't want that. They want a better quality of life. I want to be able to run out and do whatever errand and come back. I don't want to have to take a sick day for stuff. Maybe I just want to take a longer nap. I don't need to be around for this meeting, that meeting. You're seeing where you have a lot more downtime. You're seeing where you have a lot more space in your schedule, so to speak, to actually focus on certain things. You don't have somebody coming around, hey, man, you want to get lunch? Hey, do you want to donate to my daughter's Girl Scout cookies and all this other shit? Nah, fuck all that, man. You know, shout out to Jermaine, though. I buy your cookies. But even the Girl Scout cookies, right? The last time I bought Girl Scout cookies from my homeboy, my brother, it is that the last time I bought cookies from his daughter, he just sent the link and they were just delivered to the house. You know what I mean? Like, that's it. They just were delivered. It was an online store. It went to her and what she did and towards her goal. And that was it. You know, it wasn't like I didn't have to go there. I didn't have to fill out no form. I didn't even have to see her or anything else like that. I just went ahead and bought what I wanted, and that was it. And that's the beauty of what's going on with work from home and all that, is that you don't really have to. A lot of things are more efficient. You can do more, you can get more, so on and so forth. You know, so I can go on and on about this in a sense and trying to make more points or say more things to my point, which usually means when somebody says that they don't have any more points. Anyway, you know, so, but the thing is, like, even right now, I logged into my computer. I don't really have any, like, important messages right now. You know, I'm just looking at my calendar, making sure I got all my meetings in place. Oh, wow. Yeah, so it looks like a server's down. So I do have a message that I got to deal with. But, you know, that type of stuff, man, like, I'm looking at this and I can just get to it. I can just get to it and do whatever I need to. And it looks like everything is good, to be honest, though. This guy's asked me to check something, but, I mean, it looks good. And I'm doing this from the comfort of my own home, you know? Like, I got some guys doing some work here, and I'm just chilling. But it's like when you're working from home, man, there are a lot more possibilities. There's a better quality of life because you're working from home. You don't have to do all of the usual BS. You know, I don't have to get my favorite coffee. You know, I don't have to waste that type of time traveling to some place just so I can wait. You know, like a lot of that stuff, like you don't have to deal with anymore. So, and that's what I love about working from home, but that's what you're starting to see where people are looking at it they can do more. They have less distractions, and if anything, they're getting the same amount of work done with the same amount of work done in the same amount of time with less stress and less friction. All right. With that being said, talk to y'all later. Wish y'all all the best. Peace.